Okay, so welcome. My name is Melinda Hart. You are watching Stamping with Hart. I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and you can find more information about the projects that I make on my blog at www.stampingwithhart.blogspot.com. I wanted to do just a super quick shout out for Paper Pumpkin. The deadline to sign up for the July Paper Pumpkin Kit is July 10th. So there are 3 days left if you are interested in subscribing. If you are new or you've never heard of Paper Pumpkin before, it's a monthly subscription box. You can suspend or cancel your box at any time. But if you do, you can subscribe monthly. And if you love it, you could do prepaid options. The July kit is this theme right here. And they actually have this really cute, it's kind of like a, what are they calling it? Ready to win. You have the chance to win a free Paper Pumpkin kit. And then I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a little scavenger hunt that you could take when you scan the QR code, and it will give you sneak peeks as to what's going to be in the Paper Pumpkin kit. It's going to be really cute. So like I said, the deadline to sign up for Paper Pumpkin is July 10th. Which also happens to be my birthday. So if you guys have any questions about that, let me know. And then I am going to post reminder information on the page later. Okay, that's the Paper Pumpkin piece. So here is what's going on here. And I've just been mentioning this because, we're in the swing of a new catalog. So we have our mini catalog, July to December 2022. And we have our Sale-a-Bration brochure. I want to show these right at the beginning of the video because I am going to be referencing them basically for the next 2 months. So if you need a catalog and you don't already have a demonstrator, please direct message me or email me. I would be happy to send you one. And you would get both a Sale-a-Bration brochure and a mini catalog. During July and August, when you purchase a certain amount of product, you actually get free rewards that you can earn for free. So if you're not familiar with that, or if you've never shopped with us before, this is such a good time to do that. You can choose between, stamp sets, designer series paper, cards and envelopes. There's a lot of really cute stuff going on there. Okay, and I'm going to flip to the back because there's also a join promotion that is happening while Sale-a-Bration is happening. So July 1st to August 31st, you can actually get the Making Plans collection when you purchase the starter kit. So I won't be talking about this too long. I'm just going to do a very quick walkthrough, and then we'll go ahead and I'll start showing some of the new products that I got. Hi, Kay. How are you? Hi, Anne. Okay, so just really quickly, whenever you purchase a starter kit, you can choose $125 worth of product. You pay $99 before tax. It's free shipping, so you save $26 in product value on the kit. You get free shipping on the kit, and just for Sale-a-Bration, you get this Making Plans collection, and that includes this planner, which is a really nice size. Right here. I'll flip through it in just a minute, but you're going to get the planner. You're going to get 18 months worth of inserts starting with July 2022. There's like stickers. If you're a planner person, you're absolutely going to love it. Dividers. There is a stamp set and 3 notebooks that go with it as well. And right here, they're kind of showing you the stamp set, but I'll show it a little bit closer up. And let me just open this really quickly. So whenever you join or whenever you become a demonstrator, you actually get to save 20% on your purchases. So if you do purchase more over the holidays to make your cards over the next few months, this is definitely an option for you to consider. Or if you're a planner and you just really love the Making Plans collection and you're going to be spending at least $99 on product, definitely consider this. So if you have any questions, you can ask me about it. But really, really cute. You can see here, I started with the number 7. But we have these monthly tabs. Really, really nice. You guys you're seeing the monthly focus, but there is a monthly layout. There are weekly priority sheets here. There is a monthly review here. So really, really cute. And then I have one of my notebooks tucked into the back. So this is what the making plan stamp set looks like. So if you know you're going to be doing this stuff endlessly, or you have multiple planners or different journals, this is also going to be a really great stamp set as part of that making plans collection. And like I said, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Okay, so I'm going to set my catalogs aside because I'm going to reference these for the product. But let's talk about some of the new goodies. So I got some new product here. I'm going to be going through the product for just a couple of minutes before we get into making our card tonight. If you are here, be sure to say hi, whether you're watching live or in the replay. I'd love to hear from you, where you're watching from. What's the weather like where you are? It's pretty warm here, I have to say. It's pretty hot today. The boys were just outside swimming. So yeah, and I just checked the inventory status report before I jumped on the live, just to kind of see what the status of all of our, you know, new products were. And we already have 2 collections that are on back order. One of them is the, let me just show you the whole page first. Sweetest Christmas, the option where you would put in this item number and get everything on this page. That's currently back ordered. Now you can still get certain items individually when you order them, but the other thing is Christmas banners. The bundle is also on back order. So I just wanted to shout that out. The other thing that is on back order right now, and I don't think that the back order is too bad. I think it's under a month before the product comes back in. I didn't see the specific dates. I didn't write them down, but I wanted to at least give you guys a heads up that we have some items that are pretty popular. Here's the other one. So the other one that is super popular, and this actually started to get low on the day of the catalog launch, is Rustic Harvest. So this is the Rustic Harvest Suite. This is also on back order, but again, you can purchase some of the items individually, and some of the items are back ordered. And I wanted to mention that because I'm going to be showing some of this product right now. So let's go ahead and show some of that. So, and if you guys have any questions, just let me know. So this is the Leaf Label and Amber Gem Combo Pack. I am so excited to do fall projects. Oh my gosh. Let me know in the comments if you guys like making fall projects, but you can see we have these, are they considered faceted, I think? I don't know if it says, but you can see like the detail on that. That's like multi-cut. So pretty. And then we also have these leaves here, which, can you imagine either embossing these or stamping a pattern on these? They have these little holes right here so that if you wanted to make them a tag or an ornament, you could do that. So if you decorate trees for multi-seasons or occasions, one of the neighbors near where my mom lives, she leaves a tree on her porch year round and just decorates all of the different holidays with it. But let me just tell you how many of these you're going to get. So you would get 50 pieces in this. So we have that. And then this is the Hello Harvest stamp set, which is a cling stamp set. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my gosh. So I wanted to mention this. I'll be working and designing some things. I'm actually going to be doing a class with this in August. And then here, this is a Sale-a-Bration item. So this is an item that you can get free with a $50 purchase. It's called Stylish Sketches, and I thought it was absolutely perfect right along with that whole harvest and fall theme. You guys will have to let me know what you've been choosing for your Sale-a-Bration items. Now, one of the things that I really wanted to check out were these adhesive-backed seasonal sequins. Okay, so let me just open this. It was kind of like already, it was like half sealed when I got it, which isn't a problem, but they're just going to slide right out. So when you get the adhesive back seasonal sequins, this is part of the Sweetest Christmas suite, but of course you can buy all of these products individually. There are 200 adhesive back sequins in this set in 4 different holiday colors. Hi Terry, how are you doing? So we have, I think this is Sweet Sorbet. I'm not 100% on that. but aren't they beautiful? I love that there are 2 sizes in each color. And these, the gold ones, are almost like matte looking. And these are iridescent, but again, they look frosty. So I think that they are absolutely gorgeous. I want to make this a host code. I want to make this a host code gift. It's just a matter of which month I do. This was the main reason that I went on to check inventory, because I wanted to order some of these to have host code gifts with, but they were still in stock the last time I checked. Okay, so up next, this, you guys, is one of the things I am the most excited about. So I asked a question if you were interested in getting like a free PDF from me with tips on how to use the Stamparatus. And you guys said that you were interested in that when I took the poll on that. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to work that out. It's just a matter of fitting it into my schedule. I'll probably have it ready in August, but I'll let you guys know if it's going to be any sooner. Anyway, I ordered the masking paper. So this is a new annual catalog item. Just with everything that was happening in May and June, it was just really hard for me to get some of the annual catalog stuff right away. But the masking paper is going to be, I'm telling you, like a hand-in-hand thing with the Stamparatus. I am so excited to use this. And if you guys have used the masking paper, let me know. But oh my gosh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Okay, so the next thing that I want to show you are some specialty paper items. So just to shout this out, if you guys want to follow along with me, and you might already have some of this product, but if you don't, if you go to the back of the new catalog, it's here on page 83. The specialty papers that I'm going to be showing are the metallic and shimmer, the glimmer, and the snowflakes, I think. I hope I didn't miss anything. And here's the leaf label and amber gems that I just showed, and the adhesive back seasonal sequins. So you can see I'm trying to kind of build up those embellishments and specialty items a little bit. So let me show you this. This is the metallic and shimmer. This is 6x6 paper. There are 12 sheets of this. And let me just show you what this looks like. I thought this paper was so cool. Hi, Joan. Hi, Laura. How are you guys doing tonight? How's everybody doing? So this paper, it's flat, like it's smooth, it's flat, but it just looks like, oh my gosh, it looks like there are all of these embellishments, like almost like sequins, little tiny hexagons that were like smashed into this paper. That's like the pattern, and it's multicolor. So it's kind of like white and silver against the black. And it just looks like a party right there. I mean, it almost looks like a half shaker card, but it's paper. And of course, there's no embellishment on it. It's completely smooth. So I just thought that that was the coolest thing. I thought that that was the prettiest paper. That is very unique, very original paper. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so here are the colors that we have. This in, I believe it was basic black. I think this is evening evergreen, but let me check. Also, to correct myself, I told you guys that the gingham paper was, the yellow sheet was Daffodil Delight, but that wasn't true. It's actually So Saffron. So I wanted to correct myself on that. Okay, yeah, this is evening evergreen here. So you can see evening evergreen, it's all gold. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh. And this paper is like really smooth. It's one-sided. This is the one-sided specialty paper here. So you can see those are the green. All right, this one here is Cajun Craze. And it looks like it has pumpkin pie. And I don't know, what do you guys think? It almost, like the way that the pattern is, it almost looks like candy to me. Isn't that absolutely perfect fall paper? Oh, I love it. I love it. I can't wait to start working with this. So look at this sheet with these. Is that going to be fabulous or what? Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see what people do with that, but I'm excited to use that myself. Okay, so that's the metallic and shimmer 6x6 paper. And this one, I think that I've already heard people raving about this, but there's just something about seeing it in person. This is the Snowflake 12x12 specialty vellum. You get 6 sheets of this. Again, this is one-sided. Sorry for the noise. And let me see if I can capture the gorgeousness of this paper. I'm trying to get as close as I can to the camera. Okay, so here, this is the flocked version. And I don't know if I'm doing this any justice on camera. I'm just going to try to wiggle it around a little bit, not like go too spazzy, but can you see the texture on that paper? So very like furry, fuzzy against, and if you see my hand behind the vellum, you can see that the vellum is frosted, really thick, really beautiful quality vellum, honestly. And there's like a shimmer element to it too. So you get two patterns with the flocked one, and this multi sort of snowflake pattern sheet. And then you also get like the really soft, like falling snow almost look to it. Let me see if I can show this to you. So again, this is that flocking, and you can kind of see that shimmer there. At least I hope you can. So beautiful. And then here is another pattern, but this, again, with the snowflakes, these are more in a line. So these are more linear. So if you are looking to cut these a certain way or to do, piece this up into patterns, you could do really gorgeous like diagonal strips with this paper is like how I'm envisioning it. And again, this is the flocked. And then here, oh my goodness. This, I don't know. I mean, I swear I have not seen paper like this elsewhere. This is like holographic snowflakes. I mean, can you look at that? So I don't know if it's the holograph itself that's picking up all of this blue or if it's because of my camera, but it's so beautiful. Hi, Evelyn. Hi, Penny. How are you guys? So I just think that this is stunning. So, and this is all part of the same pack. So this is all part of the same vellum pack. And then you can see it's the same three patterns, but you get 3 in flocked and 3 in that holographic. And I don't know if that's the word that they used, but that's the word I'm using. I'll look at the back for the proper description, but the way that that catches light, oh my goodness, it's stunning. Here's the last sheet here. This is more of that like natural snowfall pattern. Like when I look at that, that's what I think of. Kind of like the Who's in Whoville, living on the snowflake. Okay. And then let me just look at the back one more time. Was it on the, it might've been on this. Let me see how they describe it. I don't see anything that says like holographic, but that's the only word I can think of to describe it. If you guys can think of a better word, let me know. That's the best description I can think of. Okay, I think I did sneak peeks of the paper. If you guys want to see the rustic, if you want to see the rustic harvest designer series paper, I can open this pack up. Just let me know. I'm going to skip over to the special. I'm going to continue with the specialty paper, but I'll be happy to open that if you guys want to see those patterns. So here, let me open this one. So again, this is Glimmer 12 by 12 specialty paper. We're looking at 3 colors here: Evening Evergreen, Gold, and Very Vanilla. There are 6 sheets of it. I love that they did shimmer in Very Vanilla. Can I please just say that? We need more products in Very Vanilla, in my personal opinion. I would love to see some embellishments in Very Vanilla, please. Okay, so here we go. Here's Very Vanilla. You guys can let me know what you think about that too. Hi, Rebecca. How are you? This is the Very Vanilla paper. So this is our Glimmer 12 by 12. You can hear there's some texture there, but nothing that's going to come off on your hands. No glitter will come off on your hands. And then here, oh, look at that. So Evening Evergreen is one of my favorite colors in the collection. Like even out of the greens, it's one of my personal favorites. I use it a lot. I will be using it a lot for holiday. This is stunning. Stunning paper. Oh, Rebecca's watching from Melbourne, Australia. Welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. Okay. Oh, whoa. Oh, I'm also a gold girl. Can I just say I'm a very traditional gold Christmas girl. And this is a party. This is party glimmer paper right here. You could use the smallest banner piece and it's going to be like the showstopper on your card. Look at that. I cannot wait to use that. That is so beautiful. Now, I would recommend with these specialty sheets that you keep it in the cellophane with your backing, or if you like to move them to like storage packs, that will keep them flat, because some of this specialty glimmer paper will have a tendency to start lifting if you just kind of leave them loose. So that's just my personal opinion, suggestion slash helpful tip. So we have the Peekaboo treat bags. These are food safe. I always like to point that out for people who like to do treats. You get 10 in a pack here. Looks like they're saying that the sizing on these are 4 by 5.5 and then 3 1/4 inch. So let's take a look at these. And it looks like there's 2 colors. I am so curious about these. I saw these in the catalog. Okay, let's take a look. I've seen people making stuff with these, but I haven't touched them yet. I haven't made anything with them. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like 5 and 5 of these really super cute peekaboo bags. And I mean, they are carte blanche. You could stamp these up. You could add things to these. And how do they open? Or do they not open? So it looks like I would have to tear here. Is that right? If you guys have used these, just let me know. Either tear at the notch, I guess, or trim or cut them. So if you're going to pack them, I would do that, but I would definitely suggest leaving them flat if you're going to decorate or stamp on them first. And they're very nice and flat. I don't know if you guys can see that. Really cute bags. I'm going to have to think about what I want to make with these. The craft, does anybody else like working with craft for fall? I do. I love these natural textures. Okay, so I'll set these aside. I'm going to put these back in the bag though, so I don't confuse myself. I have to get these into the inventory. So let me just kind of tuck these in. Now, I might be going out of order in terms of like the suite. I have the Texture Chic suite here. And I may go a little bit out of order. I love these. Now, I've used these before. These were carried over from our other annual catalog. These are the Scallop Craft Treat Boxes. They are also food safe. You get 8 of these. And again, these are going to be absolutely perfect for fall. I mean, I think that these are going to be so perfect with Rustic Harvest or any of the fall stamp sets that are in the mini. But just to kind of show you guys quickly, you can see it has this foil pattern on there. Okay. Oh, they open at the bottom. Rebecca is saying that they open at the bottom. Okay, I'm going to have to play with those. I'm going to have to look at those. Do a video. We'll do a video on those. I'm not going to put one of these boxes together now, but you guys have probably seen that before. With Texture Chic, we are looking at the stamp set, the dies, the specialty paper, the distressed gold. I'll get that out in a minute. And then this designer series paper. You guys, when I first saw this, I didn't think I liked it, and now I love it. I love this paper. That's like the case in point of doing a paper share. Thank you, Roberta. She changed my mind on a lot of things. Okay, so let me see. Yeah. Okay, so let me show those. And you guys have seen, I'm sure, have seen demonstrators working with these, but the reason that I wanted this was because it's multi-season. I was kind of telling you with the cottage wreaths that I like sets that you can cover for multiple occasions. So we could do summer, we could do fall or spring. We can do winter, you could do Christmas. I love the fonts and I love the variety of the sentiments. but I often will use these blotter, like they're almost like background or pattern type stamps. And I really like these. I can't say that I'm not like the type of like grunge crafter, but you know, I felt like when I first saw the paper, that's what I thought it was. But I've seen so many beautiful, elegant projects done with them that I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to get it and try it. I'm just going to play with it. And then here are the dies. Look at all the dies you get. So 19 dies as part of this bundle here. And I asked a question to my email list. I'm taking a poll and I'm asking people what they'd like to see me work with next week. So there are 3 options. The Season of Chic bundle is one of them, or, you know, Texture Chic collection. Let me show you the other 2 things while I'm talking about it. Okay, so here's the Designer Series paper. This is a 12 by 12 pack. These are the full size. And you guys can let me know what your opinion is on this paper, because I really wasn't sure when I first saw it, but the more I work with it, the more I love it. So here are the papers, and they are double-sided. Initially, I was like, I don't know how I feel about any of these color combinations, but I'm telling you, when you start working with these things, it really surprises you sometimes. So there's those patterns. We have this one, which I think could be really pretty for holiday. I would lighten this up. I'm going to lighten that up. And then we have this pattern here. This is pretty. I love that combo. That kind of reminds me of Florida, that color combo. And then we have that. This is nice. Any type of wood texture projects that you're working on. Everybody loves polka dots. And of course we have these seashells, but also with that wood grain, which is really cool. Okay, so that is that paper. It's really growing on me, I'm telling you. And then this is the Distress Gold 12 by 12. This is specialty. There are 2 sheets in this. And this is one of those that you could just use, again, smaller kind of accents and pieces with this, and it's really going to stand out. But look at that. Oh my goodness. I'll just pull out the one sheet to show you guys. I have like a big gigantic pile over here of all this stuff. Isn't that gorgeous? So if you haven't had a chance to look at this or to get this paper yet, oh my goodness, this is going to be absolutely stunning. Whether you choose this for all occasion or whether you choose this specifically to work with your holiday crafts, it's going to be gorgeous. Okay, so that was Texture Chic. And then this was the one that one of the ones I was the most excited about in the catalog. This one is called Cheerful Basket. And this is the bundle. For myself as a crafter, I needed this. This is one of those sets that I'm going to keep for I'm going to keep for a while. And it might stick around for a while. We'll see how it goes. If I had to call myself a cat person or a dog person, I grew up with both. When I was older and living on my own, I had a cat. Her name was Tootsie. I had her for years and she lived to be 18. And then when I met Patrick, he had a cat and her name was Bella. So I guess technically we were cat people. So I love cats and dogs, but I had cats when I was living on my own. But even just looking at the dies, so cute. So all of these dies will cut out the basket tops depending on which one you do. And then you have these individual cutout pieces. So any die that you look at that looks like an outline, it cuts out a stamped image. And anything that's in like full silver is an independent die cut, which means it doesn't need a stamp to go with it. It just cuts its own pieces. So this is going to be really fabulous, whether you want to cut out a basket that you stamped or you just want to die cut some baskets. You're going to have some really cute options there. They have apples here, some leaves. They have the the handle to the basket. So, so cute. So this is one of the options, like if you guys want to vote, texture chic, cheerful basket, or cottage wreaths were the options. If you guys want to see what I make with them next week, or if you want to see a specific product, let me know. This one is called Artistic Mix Decorative Masks. So if you haven't already seen these, let me see if I can show them against. Artistic Mix has 5 different stencils. Okay, so even though we have an entire catalog full of Christmas stuff now, we also have a Christmas stamp set in the annual catalog, and it is called Trimming the Tree. And my favorite thing, I love trees, number one, and I love two-step stamping, but I absolutely love, love, love the sentiments on this stamp set. I like the fonts. I like what it says. So I know that this isn't going to be as popular as the ones that are kind of in the holiday catalog, but I just kind of wanted to, I am going to make stuff with it. And I just wanted to kind of shout it out and say it is there. Hope and prayer. So while I'm talking about hope and prayer, there is a really adorable, like complete other end of the spectrum, a really adorable card kit that they just came out with in the card collection that's called, I think it's called The Best Remedy. I'll have to post a picture. I meant to get it up on my Facebook page yesterday and I was just too busy. So I'll get the information up after this live. So whether or not you're looking for the hope and prayer side of sending thoughts, letting people know that you're thinking of them, you know, just these are, I think, a little bit more on the concern, thinking of you, or actual like sympathy side, or if they really just truly, you know, need some thoughts and prayers right now. This is a beautiful stamp set for that. And I think it's the type of stamp set that we all need to have in our collections, right? But if you are looking for the cuter side of Get Well, take a look at the Kids Collection kit, and I'll show it later. So this is the Natural Finish ribbon, which is also on back order right now, but I think it's going to be coming back pretty soon. I was surprised by how thick this ribbon was. I did not realize it was this big. It's pretty big. So this is the Natural Finish ribbon. This is 7/8 of an inch, and there's 10 yards here. So that's quite a lot. And I feel like that's just going to go really beautifully with hope and prayer. I mean, I think it's going to go well with a lot of things, but that was kind of one of the first things that I thought of when I saw it. And then the last thing that I'll show you, because we need to start making some shaker cards, are these gorgeous things. So let me just get these out. And I'll tell you right now, I'm going to have to hide these from Connor, my son, because if he opens these up, it's all over. But these are called the For Everything Fancy Sequins. You don't often get to see this number on a product. 2,300 sequins, you guys. Is that crazy? Okay, so we have these. Oh, hello, shaker cards. I cannot wait. And then, you know I'm going to get them everywhere. We all know I'm going to do it. Here's the blue. So beautiful. You know what this reminds me of? That color that retired, the blue color. I can't remember what it was called. It was, I think, in the 2019 collection. Oh, Seaside Spray. That reminds me of Seaside Spray. And pink. Any pink and gold Christmas people out there? If you're out there, look at this. Pearls, sparkles. Oh, I'll probably be using this one the most. I'll just admit it. But yeah, if you're a pink and gold Christmas girl, you're going to love those. Or if you're just a pink and gold girl in general. All right, let me put these back in the box and hide them immediately so that Connor does not see them, because this is like totally his jam. He would have a blast with this. And then I'll be taking pictures of 2,300 sequins all over my desk. Okay, so here's the card, you guys. Oh my goodness. So Roberta is saying Cheerful Basket is her vote. She also has the bundle and hasn't done anything with it yet. Rebecca thinks that I think that was the texture chic paper. She was saying beautiful paper, but they're all gorgeous. Those blue will make great winter cards. Yes. And Roberta loves the gnomes set, and those sequins would be perfection with the gnomes, in my opinion. Okay, so I am in full like swing with the Window Wishes bundle. I absolutely love this bundle. I just wanted to give this a shout out here because I actually cased this card. I'll have to turn to the page on my catalog to show you. I kind of did like a sneak peek of this last week. I was hoping to pre-record, but I didn't get a chance. But the house, the roof, we're going to be using that. We're going to be using the die cut version of the tree. And then we're also going to be using this tree stamp to kind of create the pattern. And then we're going to be using a couple of the slope dies to kind of get these layers started with our card. I mean, overall, it's a pretty simple card. But I just wanted to mention those are the pieces that we're going to be using. So it's definitely the Window Wishes bundle for this particular card. And then we'll be using the Merry Wishes sentiment. So I'm going to get out my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And we're going to do some, well, you know what? We could do some stamping before we die cut. I guess that would be fine. Okay, so I am going to switch over to voiceover now, and I'm slightly speeding up the video just for the sake of time. If you want to see the full version with all of the talking and everything at regular speed, I always keep the original Facebook Live up on my business page at Stamping with Hart, H-A-R-T, as well. Okay, so this card is very easy. It's really more about repetition than anything. So what I'm doing is stamping all of the houses, and then I'm going to stamp all of the roofs. So this is Mint Macaron, Tahitian Tide. The next color I should say is Blushing Bride. I also stamp a house in Shaded Spruce, and then a house in Sweet Sorbet, which I think is going to be such a fantastic color to use this holiday season. So when I say that I cased the card, it wasn't exact. I mean, I basically took their concept, their layout. I did use the same number of houses, the same number of roofs, but my positioning was slightly different than their card. So it's their design, it's their layout, and I'm just kind of arranging it the way that worked best for how I created my card. So I am going to die cut each of these pieces. If you're going to be using basic white scrap paper, I recommend using, if you're going to use your mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which I am here, I would recommend and make sure that the scrap piece that you are using is going to fit through the mini. I think the sizing on that is just around or over 3 inches. So that, that's a good, if you have a couple of strips of basic white, that's a good size to use. And I was trying to decide if I should die cut the roofs separately, like use a separate piece of paper, but it actually worked out fine. So I was just taking a piece of tape that is supposed to be removable and removing some of the sticky from it because it still rips my paper. So I was just putting the tape on my shirt to make that a little less tear-ish because I just didn't want to tear any of the pieces that I just stamped. So I just used the same piece of tape the whole way down as I am cutting out all of these pieces. So you can let me know in the comments if you want to share. Do you like using the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, or do you like the full size, or do you like both? One of the wonderful things about creating a card with smaller dies is that you can get into sort of a assembly line rhythm when you're doing the same thing over and over again. It's the same thing if you would be stamping a card. And you could very easily do a version of this card that doesn't involve all of this die cutting. if you have the masking paper, I think that that could be really cool. The Window Wishes bundle also has the same stamps that look like slopes as the dies that you see there that we're going to use to create our snowy hills for this card in just a minute. And when we were talking on the live, my friend Tracy said that it would be so cool to see this card with all of the houses in blue, like either the same blue or different blues. And so if you like to use a certain color theme, for this card, I think that would be incredible. The other thing that I was interested in doing, and I wasn't sure if you guys would want to see it or not, I'm trying to decide if I should do it or not, is a version of this card for each of the seasons. And of course, this is going to be the winter or the holiday version that we're making on this video today. But I wanted to do a fall version, especially because my mind is starting to move into that fall mindset now that I have those products to start making classes with and to start making cards for you guys here on YouTube with. So, let me know if you were going to make a card like this one, like the layout that they have in this catalog, what would you do with it? So when we say case, I always struggle to remember what CASE represents or what it means. And for me, it is, I think, copy and share everything, or copy and share exactly. You guys can let me know if you know in the comments. I always mess up the E in case, but basically what casing means is you take somebody's card layout that they've designed and you copy it, you recreate it for yourself. So this is a card that requires a little TLC, and there's a lot of die cutting involved. But again, like I said, it's all the same, right? We're cutting 5 of the duo trees, 5 of the single trees. We're cutting 5 of the houses, 5 of the roofs, and we're going to make 3 slopes. So there's, it's pretty simple stamping in terms of you're stamping 5 houses, you're stamping 5 roofs, you're stamping the Merry Wishes, and we are going to stamp a pattern on the trees, but that's optional. And I did that because that was what they had done on the original card in the catalog. So I was trying to case it as close, I should say as closely as I could, but I knew that my layout wasn't going to be exact. If you go to page 36 and you look at their card, their houses are nested very close together. Like all 5 houses are real close. And I actually grew up in a neighborhood like that, but mine were a little further apart. So like I said, it's not exact. Okay, so here, these 2 dies are a little different. So these dies cut into paper, but they don't cut out. Now, of course, if you have a very small piece of paper that is either the same or slightly smaller than the die, it will just cut a shape into the top of that piece. But if you have a longer piece of paper like I'm working with here, it's only going to cut in for the length of that die. And you could keep moving the die downward if you would want to, but for me, I just extended it with paper snips. So what I'm doing is I'm basically creating some longer strip scraps because I want these pieces to be at least 5.5 inches, because I'm going to just trim the edge off of the card once it's done. So there I was just trying to get some slopes going. Now I'm referring back to the card. You can check this out in the catalog. They use the gold foil paper for their roofs, and I'm talking basically about what I just said, where their houses are nested closer together. And I noticed that they put their trees very, very close to each one of the houses, which I thought was so cute. And again, I sort of spread mine out a little bit. So it's entirely up to you. You can decide. And of course, you don't have to do 5. You could do 4, you could do 3. You don't even have to do this size card. So, don't be afraid to play with it and make it your own. But I always sort of veer off course when I am working with somebody else's card layout. I don't know why. Even with Paper Pumpkin, you guys know I love doing the alternate videos. And that's because I have a really hard time sticking to the directions. So I, I have no idea why. Okay, so for the next part of this, I am grabbing the tree. So you guys can see there's that tree stamp there, and you can see that they stamped that tree image just to kind of create some texture and some cool visual looks here onto these trees. I thought that was such a cute idea. So I am going to go through with my shaded spruce, and I am going to stamp shaded spruce onto, these are garden green die cut trees. Now they were very careful on the cased card, or on the original card in the annual, not the annual catalog, the mini catalog. What am I saying? Excuse me. So they do the trunk of the tree, like the center trunk of the tree, down the center of each tree on these die cut trees. But I was a little more loose with the way that I stamped them. I didn't worry too much about them, you know, not being perfectly aligned. I really just wanted kind of that stamping texture there. So I did try to stick as closely to that as I could. And of course, those are die cut pieces, and they're smaller than the stamp, so they were kind of sticking to the back of my stamp. But if you just give it a tap, usually they come off without having to touch the die cut piece. So I am putting on my basic white layer now. And this is to have that, you know, very crisp white background. And you can decide if that's what you want, or if you would want like a balmy blue cardstock sky, or, you know, whatever would work best for you. And now here I am going in with my paper snip scissors, and I am going to extend the these rolling hills, or these snowy hills. And I'm definitely trying to trim it down to beyond the 5.5 inch point, so that I can just cut off any excess later. So if there is a complicated part to this card, this is it. And you can decide, you know, what works best for you. If you want to do a stamped version and not worry about die cut layers, like I said, you could definitely do that. If you do want the dimension and the texture and the layers like we have on this card, I would just say, you know, cut yourself a couple of strips and just play with it. And then once you kind of get your layout, which is what I'm doing here, then you can just start gluing pieces down one at a time. For me, I wanted to glue the edges of these snowy hill layers and leave the centers sort of unglued, so that I could easily tuck the houses and the trees in wherever I decided to put them. So it's totally up to you. And I just used my multi-purpose glue for this, but you'll see me starting to work my way down the line. Now, when you're working with a piece of scrap paper, if the bottom is really rough, just cut it, you know, just get a straight edge on it like I'm doing here. And then I'm smoothing out my hill here too. So it's okay to kind of have like a rough sketch and then to go in and sort of clean up those lines. And I was trying to decide if I wanted to have my houses kind of like angled side to side instead of them all standing perfectly straight. And I decided to stick with the design of the card in the catalog, because even though it looked cute, it also looked a little weird. So I thought, you know what, let me just, you know, do that. Okay, so while I am doing the card layout here, what you can see me doing is gluing each edge. So I'm gluing the one edge of the hillside and then the other edge, and I'm leaving the middle a little less glued. If you want to glue or have that a little bit more secure across the center of the card, I would suggest going a little bit lower with the glue instead of too close to the top of the hill, so that you can still tuck in those houses and those trees as you build your layout and your design. Now, while you see me assembling this card, I did want to mention, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel and you are still here and you're still watching the replay with me, first of all, thank you so much. and I would love to have you subscribe. I do crafting tutorials every week. I also do paper pumpkin alternate videos, typically once a month, but if I can fit more than that in, I will, but at least one. And then, you know, if you like, comment, or share, which is, you know, anything that you're comfortable doing, that tells YouTube and it tells me that you like what you see. So I know if I should do more videos like this one. So typically, if I do an unboxing, it will be separate from a card tutorial. Today I did part of an unboxing and a card tutorial in one. So if you like that, let me know in the comments if you would prefer that those videos be separate. You can let me know that too. I always appreciate your feedback and hearing from you. I had recently heard from some people who said that my videos were going a little too fast when I was speeding them up. So I've definitely slowed that down a little bit and everything's been fine since. So your feedback really does matter. But if you would like to subscribe to this channel, I'd be so grateful. The other thing is, if you aren't aware, there are descriptions underneath our YouTube videos, and I put all of the links and information that are relevant to each of the videos in the description box below. So if you are interested in, you know, seeing my blog, or if you're interested in following me in other places, if you want the shop links, if you're interested in joining, if you're interested in subscribing to Paper Pumpkin, I make sure that I put all of that information in the description box of each video. And if you've never been to my blog, I'll mention it just one more time. It's stampingwithhart.blogspot.com. And when I create a blog, it's a pretty simple blog, but it gives simple instructions. Sometimes there are, you know, measurements and some more details. Sometimes I have free project sheets. So it's definitely a good place to reference. But if you're ever looking for my current host code, if you're looking for the current Paper Pumpkin information, if you're looking for shop links, those are also always on my blog. So there's always a place where you can find that information. My email address is in the description box below. So like I said, if you ever have any questions, or if you're trying to receive a new catalog from me, then that's definitely the place to go. All right, so you can see how the card has come together here. Looks so cute. I decided to stamp Merry Wishes in shaded spruce. So you could stamp in whatever color you think. I was wondering if I should do Sweet Sorbet. And I'm just sort of very quickly referencing the pearlized effects in white, if you wanted to add some snow that way. But I decided to go with what the case card had, which are these frosty looking adhesive back sequins. And I'm placing 5 of them, a couple of the large and a couple of the small, throughout my card. Okay, so if I had to guess, I would say their houses are like polished pink. I can't quite tell what this one is. I don't know if that's like Blushing Bride stamped off. It's like such a pale light pink. I would say that this is either Daffodil Delight or Crushed Curry. Mint Macaron. This looks like Calypso Coral to me. And you guys can shout it out if you think that they are different colors. I do think that this is Garden Green cardstock, and I think that that's Mint Macaron. So that's my guess with what they did with their card. And then here we have ours. So that's it. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Oh, thanks, Margaret. I'm so glad you liked the card. Thank you, Tracy. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys again on Sunday. All right. Have a great night. Bye-bye.